Bethany Scott here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am joining you from, well, it's almost complete. You can see our old living room back here behind me, the dining room table, and to the left is just boxes and things that we can't quite figure out how to store. We're still in a makeshift phase, and hopefully I will give you another updated video of how all the things are going. Eventually I will take that tree down. It has been up for a year and a half ish, give or take. Yeah. That's how life has been the last year. So it is what it is though, and I'm grateful to join you all. I am not planning to be here long because it is tax season, and that means as an accountant I have 1,000 things to do, including inventory and reaching certain financial milestones for the companies I am auditing this year. And yeah, so my phone is always blowing off the hook right now, and people need me, and so time to craft is far and few between. I actually have not crafted since the last time I filmed, save for helping the girls digitally create, print, and cut out their own Valentines this year. I definitely miss making things, designing things. I did help design a few things technically that same week, or within a couple of weeks of the last filming I did where I was actually crafting. But I feel like that doesn't count because it's basically like this within the same couple of weeks time frame. But I have some goodies to share with you from the Not Too Shabby shop, and she sent me, I believe, the last 2 months the paper pad club of the month, and I have the extended paper pad club. So I'm gonna figure out which month is which. So we'll look at January's first, which is Squeeze the Day. These ephemera are so stinking cute. When I saw the release, I was like, oh, how fun. And then I love everything lemon, and even though I don't wear yellow, I love the design scheme and concept of the greens and the yellows put together. I don't know why, I just love those colors put together from a design aesthetic. And then Lavender Lane. I have a purple loving little who will probably steal half of this paper pad. I'm prepared for it. And then the clear stamp and die of the month, Lemon Love and Lavender Hugs. Oh, that one's so cute. I love that little sheath with lavender and the lemon, or the lemon. Oh, so cute. Okay, and then you have the little sweet little cuties. I can say it right. The sweet little cuties. When they're in season, I love our cuties. So cutie oranges are a big thing around here. Sweet little cuties. I love the color scheme, the greens and the oranges on this, the blues and the yellows added in. Oh, okay, I love strawberries. So yeah, Wild Strawberry Meadow. I love the strawberries. I don't know if you can see it really close, but there's strawberries with little faces on them. So cute. And then this is actually very similar to the previous month, which is Berry Sweet Cuties. And it's little mice, little bunny. And this is perfect for Easter, spring, just even summer. The mouse with the little strawberry. And you can even turn this into the mouse holding, like, you can turn it from an orange to like a lemon or something more summery. But just really fun, really cute. And I'm going to whip out, in my head at least, I can whip out 5 fast cards. Why? Because I don't have time. 2, because 5 and fast just seem to work well for me. I am actually going to be selling some of my cards here, and with the spring and summer coming up, these are really great kits to just whip out some really adorable, oh gosh, this is difficult. I think we're going to do something similar to what I did the last time, which is basically using the back patterns. That seems to work so well in finding a quick thing. I just love the smiley face. Those smiley face strawberries are so cute. But it takes the thinking out of what you're doing, and it just makes things a little bit more simplistic. Not that every design can't be a little bit more zhuzhed up. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'll save that for another time though. Ooh, those are cute together. Now, we're gonna save that for another time. But, you know, simple designs really just go a long way, especially when you're trying to graphically design in a fast way. Those simple designs really just say a lot in a little amount of time. Ooh, this is difficult. I like them all. No, I like this one best. Yes. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what the 5th pattern will be. Ooh, this one's difficult. Oh, nope. That was less difficult. I just had to flip that one over and see. That's so pretty. I love a good ombre look. So, next, some of these will have ephemera, some of them won't. So next, I'm just going to get out my cutter, and I'm going to have to pause a lot in between, just being perfectly honest, because I am not used to my setup yet, and because I haven't actively crafted yet, minus the handful of little extras I've done. It's going to take me a lot of stopping and starting today, but I will find my cutter and be back. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is I did find my paper trimmer. The bad news is I could not find my glue. My paper glue is completely MIA. I'm assuming it's my children, based off the fact that I have no idea where to even begin looking. And yeah, so that's going to be a really fun conversation. Anyways, so I'm going to do something a little more geographic than last time. I'm thinking more like in the sense of, instead of framing or doing something like that, I'm going to put this at 2 and 2 1/4. I'm hesitant because I didn't pre-measure this out in my brain. Just being honest. All right, so 5, we're gonna do the one side full. So 5 1/2. And then this one, see, in my head we're doing it geometrically. So we're gonna do it about 3 3/4. That should do it. In my head, it shall work out. So it's going to be a little bit more graphic than what you're used to seeing me do. And then the next one we'll do a similar cut down. This one, yeah, we'll use the focal point as the front here, and we'll do that at 2. Let's play with some shaping. So we'll do 2 1/2 for this one. We're just playing a little bit with different levels and lines, and then this one will make it a little bit bigger graphically. So we'll do it at 4. No, we'll still do it. Now we'll do it at 4. Oh wait, because it's gonna go up and down. No, I want to do it at 4 1/2. That's gonna really be different. Okay. Sorry, I'm throwing measurements out there without actually explaining what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is I am visually creating a grounding pattern, which is the least busy pattern. And then what I'm going to put in front of it is my more busy pattern. And we're just going to make these little geometric graphics with that kind of concept. So, and I'm not going to cut those much more. Let's see. And then for these, we're going to just pattern on pattern. So 5.5 the entire way. We're trying to leave the least amount of scraps, but have the most amount of fun. And then, so this one we're gonna do a split, like a split screen. So my strawberries, they'll be about 3.25. And then my gingham will be another inch. I believe that's how I want it to go. I might change my mind later. But for now, that's what we're gonna do. Because the gingham then becomes the holder of the whole scheme. I don't know. I am just going with the flow. All right, and then let's try a different visual. Let's try, so 3.25, we'll just do wait. We'll make this one 3 and, oh, let's cut it down first, 5.5. All the way across. If you can't tell based off of the measurements so far, we are currently making a 2-size cards. I do also have to hunt down some card bases too, so I will pause to do that. But this one we're going to do 3 inches, and then the grounding obviously then will be another 1.25 inches. I love this Tim Holtz trimmer because the measurements are very exact. I've had a trimmer before, but the measurements weren't so exact, and it kind of messed me up because that was the one I used for scrapbooking. And if you have ever done scrapbooking, a lot of your measurements need to be very specific. Okay, and then for visual interest, we're going to do 5.5, cut it down, and then, so yeah, having a trimmer that just did not work with that. Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to do 2 3/4, which gives us for this 1.5. There we go. So each card will be slightly different dimensionally, but still give you that same basic concept. And look at, there's barely any scraps left. And you can make these into belly bands. I might even bring one back into the design just to really zhuzh it up. We'll see. I'm going to leave them right there on my little side table. And now I'm going to go hunt down some card bases and be right back. All right, the good news is the card bases were not too far away. Now, I'm not going to lie. Not having glue right now is making me nervous and on edge, simply because I'm so used to having glue immediately at the ready. So it's going to take my brain an extra amount of adjustment going on here. I do want to grab some ephemera. I don't know that each card is going to get ephemera right now. I just, oh, those cuties are just so cute. And then I think that one's, yeah. So far, those are the ones that I really, really like. I might pull other ones. By the way, there's numbers in here. Ooh, I might change that one. Yeah. Well, I'll keep both up. But there's little numbers here, so really great idea for like a birthday. And yeah, I really like that for the ephemera, because that just gives you so many more options for when you're making birthday cards and you want to put a specific number or set of numbers. So, otherwise, diving back in, we are going to hopefully be able to use a tape runner properly, if I remember how to use a tape runner. Oh my gosh, it just has been that long. If you've seen any of my like videos from the very beginning, before I dove into the glues, I did use a lot of tape runners. That's because in the scrapbooking world, you use tape runners. You don't use glue. Why? Because you might want to remove it, and that takes some finagling if you don't. So for this one, I actually, while I was finding my my card bases, I realized I have these stickers that a friend of mine has so generously donated to my stash, and I have been wanting to use them, and they have not gotten used the way I've wanted. So we are going to use them as the sentiments today, for, yeah, just for life and uplifting. The nice thing about these is I was wonky on the very bottom. So guess what? Glue tape, tape is great for removing wonky formatting here. I'm reformatting my card already on the first one. Okay, there we go. All right, I promise I got it straight now. So let's just take a look, and this is from the Happy Planner. So that would have been probably from a Joann's closeout sale or given to me. And this one, ooh, I want to keep it with these might be clear. So let's see. This says Happy Day, and it's blue, but I kind of like the blue offsets. It's subtle. I also want to make sure that it lines up with my lines. Don't mind me while I try to find my alignment here. There we go. Oh, it's a hair different. Okay, but let's see if I like the second border. Yeah, it works. It's a little different. We're going a little mixed media by adding the stickers, but it says Happy Day. It's just a hint of different. And when you have things you've been holding on to and you've been planning to use for forever, why not? What's stopping you? So, let's see if there's any florals I can add. There's palm trees. Nothing that's jumping out yet. And I like the planner stickers because sometimes they are just uplifting and they're easy enough to add to a card. Because if you're sending it to someone, you want to bring them up. We've personally had a lot going on. Without getting too deep into it, just a lot of really bad phone calls, and so spreading good vibes has been something that's definitely helped through the things you can't control. It doesn't make everything feel great, but it does help recover a little bit faster. Sorry, I have to talk myself through this because I feel like I saw something before and now I've lost it in the world of these stickers. And now it's taking me longer to do one than I planned. Oh, all right. Well, we're going to just leave this one simple then. And then we'll zhuzh up the next one. But I do have some pops of color. And I'm going to add just a hint of pops of color. I have this one is called Unicorn Tears. How perfect. We're adding unicorn tears to a happy card. And I'm just going to randomly drop little droplets kind of keeping them in triads. Nothing specific. I'm going to put one over the stickers here. And this is more of a cluster. Then I'm going to put more subtle ones right into some of these strawberries, like it's one of the glistening seeds. Not as many and not as big, but when it dries, I'll bring it back so you can see. It's just a little bit something different, a little more mixed media with it, and yeah, it's definitely a different graphic look. So I'm going to set this aside to dry. Let's grab our next one. And this one, let's see, we did the grounding pattern on that side. So we'll visually do the grounding pattern towards the opening of the card this time around. So strawberry field here. The nice thing about glue is you can slide it around. The nice thing about tape is you can move it faster. There's always pluses and negatives. I just have gotten so used to using glue that I have gotten out of the practice of using foam tape or tape runners. I do have foam tape on the ready though for some of these ephemera, just so you're warned. All right, so this one I'm actually going to visually bring back this pattern because I said I might. I am going to cut it down to a little less. I'm trying to remember my measurement. So that was 3 inches. So I'm going to bring it to about 2.5 inches. And then I'm going to have that be the grounding for the sentiment, which I haven't chosen yet. Probably should have chosen that before I did that, but it's okay. I do love this one, which is the best things in life. Ooh. If I can make this work, I will just be ecstatic. It says the best things in life are the people we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way. I feel like that is just the theme of the month so far for me. And there we go. So now I'm going to pop it up on foam tape because I said something about it. And I'm excited because why not? So I will just foam tape the 4 corners. Oh yeah. So crafting is my therapy. If you are new here, welcome. I am, by day, I'm an accountant, a CFO actually. And I also co-own businesses with my mom and my hubby. We're going to put it a little bit above center. Visually, you want stuff just a hair above center. And look at how cute that is. It's perfect. I'm not going to add any dots, and I'm not going to set it in any of the drying dots. Okay, next one. Life sometimes just goes at the speed of lightning, and you kind of go, okay, what next? And 2026 started off really well, and then it went off the rails. And it's okay. Like, we're all okay. But people we know have been going through some things, and it's kind of affected us in our house. And, you know, when life kind of just goes off like that, you gotta take some extra breaths, plan some vacations, although we haven't yet. We talked about it. Hopefully soon. Hopefully there's a vacation very near, just to decompress. I know the kids ask almost every day, when are we going on a trip? In fact, Frankie told me this morning, we can go to Washington, D.C. now. And I go, oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, yeah. So, the travel bug has bitten our children, and yeah, it is definitely going to be an interesting year. We're just gonna make it happen. And now we're going to mix patterns a little bit more because there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. I feel like that is exactly the sentiment of these strawberries that are smiling. And we're just gonna make it simple and pop it up on foam tape and call this one done. And do I want it here or here? I'm gonna be a little visually different than the last one and cross over. Let the strawberries be the focal point. And yeah, I love simplicity and effectiveness. Sending a very beautiful message. Okay, actually before I start the orange ones, I'm gonna actually put 3 Nuvo drops, and this color is Red Sunstone. I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. I'm just adding 3. Just kind of to anchor that little area. And 3 on this corner. The drops. The dots on the thing are sporadic, so we'll just do 9. But I'm going to show you up close how it just kind of grounds that sentiment a little bit. And it makes it a little more whimsical and fun. But it's a cute pink that matches the pink of the strawberries. So now that one's off to dry. Now I get to do the geometric zhuzhing something or other that I was aiming for on this one. But let's, I feel like, nope, my tape runner is not running. You're not out, I know that. So I'm going to ground to the outer side of the card. I'm trying to figure out why my tape runner is not working. So the outside of the card using the sunset effect, so the darker color on the bottom, the lighter color on the top. Visually, that is usually what you want to go for. All right, so before I place everything else down, I'm going to leave white on the border on that side, and I believe I want the cutie ones this, but I want to pick my sentiment. I really love the sentiments that are larger for this one. I'm striking out on the small ones. I actually did not find a sentiment I liked for this one, so I'm honestly just going to leave it blank and make it just more of a thinking of you card. And I'm going to enjoy the simplicity of this look and try my best to line it up. Yeah, that looks really good. Visually stimulating, and we're going to foam tape it up because why not? It is simple and life is good. Right. I really just love this Cuties ephemera. That's so fun. So, we are going to have a longer video than anticipated, mostly because I spent more time than I thought trying to find all the things, which is okay. Such is life. And we're going to add the pops of color in the orange creamsicle flavor. And I will open it up off screen. And And I'm just going to add right into the backdrop so they're not as prominent. And I call this a backdrop, but it's not really a backdrop. It's more like the original focal point until these cuties came on board in my design. So I'm rethinking their focal importance. And I'm just putting the dots right where the centers of the oranges are. All right, and then that one is ready to go sit on the sidelines and dry. For the final card, I have the base, and then we're gonna do the similar offset. So putting the heavier look on the outside. The grounding look on the outside. And then I'm going to place this here. And I may find another sentiment. Actually, no. I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to I'm rethinking my design. I'm going to grab the ephemera and rethinking my whole scheme. I really like the layout of the everything, but I'm not liking my choice of using the block look. And now I'm dumping stuff on myself. But I really want that for a different look. That's just basically where I'm at. So I may not use the second pattern. I might break it up and not. So let's find my sentiment, and that may help me find my direction. I might just do the only positive vibes. Why? Because it's big. It also forces that to balance. Once I put it down though, I've committed, so because taking the sticker off will result in ripping. But I think that one's the one. And I got something stuck in here. And I'm gonna either do this one. Nope. I'm gonna save that one for another project. But I like the only positive vibes with this more towards the center now. So we are rethinking the design being on my feet. Currently, the sticker grabbed some kind of glue along the way. But we are going to foam dot the orange cluster here. So beautiful. And I really could just smash out another 5 cards with this concept of just going with the flow. And now look at how balanced and beautiful that is. Keeping it simple, not over designed, not overthought, and just an uplifting card. So far, this is what we have. We have that one. We've got this one with the heart. That one. And I am very much in the keep it simple, stupid vibes. And just the simplicity of not even having a sentiment with these cute little oranges, it kind of works. It fits the vibe, and that opens up for whoever, if I use it or someone else is using it, like just to write something about the cute little faces instead. And then the happy day, this one's simple, The stickers are more watercolorish, which kind of fits in with the theme of the watercolored looking strawberries. And yeah, simple, fast, easy, and now I feel like I want to go create some more. Not gonna lie, this purple pad, the Lavender Lane, is really, really calling my name, especially because I want to combine it with the lemons from the other pad. So I'm gonna do a part 2 of this one and just enjoy finding all the vibes with this. I am a big fan of the citrus looks, and of course strawberries, lavender. You can never go wrong with any of that. So yeah, I'm gonna call this one done, but I'm definitely going to film a part 2 with this pad because, and probably the lemon pad too, because why not? Why not feel inspired by something that's sitting on your desk, you just opened, and you're like, I gotta play with this. That oftentimes when I get a not too shabby shop box, that's my sentiment, is I gotta play with it now. And sometimes when they sit on my desk for too long, it kind of bugs me. But I definitely hope you found some inspiration in me talking some of these things through, and hopefully, cheers you up, because sometimes life is harder than it should be, or seems like it should be, and we all need those little positive boosts of inspiration to help us make it through mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all of the things. And yeah, I definitely really love this release. Jamie knocked it out of the park once again. So much fun. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to check out the links down below. I have some amazing fun happening, planning in the works. It's not quite official yet, so I can't post everything, but there's some really fun things around the corner, and I'm excited to share with you when I can, when I've been given permission, I should say. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to find the joy in your day, and happy making. Bye!